morning and welcome to Good News New Orleans. I'm your host, Danielle Miller, and today I'm here with two very special guests, Cameron and Courtney Tyler. This dynamic duo is taking the fitness world by storm, one workout at a time, and they're here today to teach us about health and fitness and ways to make it more easier and enjoyable. Hi, Cameron, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
That's good.
That was a good pitch.
Oh, well, thank you. So tell the people your first and last name, a little bit about yourself, and what it is that you do.
I'm Cameron Tyler. I'm a private trainer / athlete, and anything health and fitness. But I mainly strength train a lot of my clients, and long story short, anything health and fitness.
Courtney?
What's up, everybody? I'm Courtney Tyler. A little bit about me. I guess I'll give my elevator pitch. From California originally, but I moved to New Orleans, and that's where I kind of fell in love with health and wellness. Right now I work for Equinox, so I specialize in taking like your real working professionals, trying to get them moving more because they mostly just focus on work for the most part. So introducing them to movement, strength training, anything that come with health and wellness. But my background was mostly public health, psychology, and biology, and I like to combine all the sciences to make a well-rounded approach.
Okay, well that's great. So as you mentioned, you guys are from California, and you made your home in New Orleans for the past 4 years while you guys were at Dillard. So talk to me about where the love for fitness and nutrition came from.
It started with so sports is sports. It kind of probably started with sports, but it mostly branched off for me more for like mental health a little bit. Once I realized I started making kind of smarter decisions, and I felt like when I ate right, when I tried to live right, when I did things in a healthy manner, I made smarter decisions. I had a clearer mindset. And then I felt like where I came from was the complete opposite. So maybe if we would have had healthier foods, healthier things like that. So kind of for me, it stemmed a lot from that, things like food deserts, things like that. So kind of starting from having a healthier approach. I didn't really choose it. I always had a bad tummy. So once I started realizing I ain't gotta F up my stomach every time I eat, I was like, it gotta be a better way of involving food in your life.
So where did you guys start? Because sometimes people want to say, oh, I'm about to just be vegan or vegetarian, but where did you guys start to incorporate those healthier versions of your meal?
I'm the nutrition coach.
Okay.
Team Tunnel Vision. I started like seeing my boy needed like better meals, and I seen like he needed more fuel in life, as well as myself. So I started learning, because I'm a master nutritionist now.
Oh, you're a master nutritionist.
Once you become a master, you pass it along. So I started passing it along to him. That's why his body's so nice, because I gave him the game. But in college, I'll say, is when I first started tapping into eat clean, abs are made in the kitchen, shit like that. Stuff like that. But in college, we started. And you just get better every year, really.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna go crazy in the beginning, but that's when we started. And you just gradually cut out every year, gradually. You know better, you do better.
And what improvements have you guys noticed in your physical abilities or your mental abilities when you started to change the way that you eat?
Mental not first, because you always worried about physical, but mental, really, because all the bullshit you put in your body, like, that's messing up your head, messing up your brain, messing up your movement. You wouldn't realize it right away, but you really just putting garbage in your body. And of course it has no nutritional value, but because we can't see that, we ain't always worried about that. But mental is so important, so important.
And that's the part I want to tap into,
Mental.
So mental, because a lot of people don't know. They always say like, oh, when I work out, I feel so much better, but why? So can y'all talk to me about the science behind what is going on, like when you're working out and the connection it has in your brain?
I'll say the normal, and then he probably bring you the science.
Okay.
Like just the normalcy of accomplishing something makes you feel accomplished. The normalcy of strength is like overcoming something. So just that in itself already puts you in that
in that vibe.
I mean, I guess the simple scientific would be endorphins. So that's like a chemical in the brain. We bring kind of elevating our endorphins, definitely. But just the idea of doing something that, I mean, we're meant to overcome adversity. We're meant to grow. We're meant to like put ourselves through things and give ourselves a stimulus and overcome that threshold. So like the body is meant to do that. The mind is meant to do that. Sometimes we forget just like how far we came as, you could talk about human, you could talk about society, you could talk about, but like even we've always grown from stimulation, or always grown from overcoming adversity. I think about like, so sometimes it don't got to be as scientific. It just is a little bit more. The body thrives and the nervous system thrives off learning something,
Surviving too.
putting something in, being exposed to something, learning from it, and then the next time you expose to it, your body's already been adjusted to it. So that's one thing. The nervous system, kind of like a nervous system for people who don't know. Maybe think of muscle memory. You do think something once, usually the next time you do it, your body is a little bit more adjusted to it. So I think that's a little bit more of it. But the science behind it definitely is just more so people feel like they America don't really prioritize health as much, but our bodies just operate more. Like I said, when I was able to more so have more confidence in myself, like a lot of psychological, and that's just more of, if we talking about science, the biology part of it is a lot deeper, but the initial stuff is psychological to me.
So wise. I didn't know I was gonna be in here learning.
What made you guys take your love for fitness and want to service other people? Why did you guys decide to become personal trainers?
I'm kind of a people person already, so I kind of realized that at the same time. And then it was more so, like, I like talking to people, I like helping people. I always had service kind of job, so I never mind the idea of customer service. But putting somebody above you, that's kind of started, I feel like, I always had early on customer service, always like helping people, especially like people who, I won't say as trainers, we got clients who is like less fortunate, I don't want to use that term, but I always like help people who I felt like needed the help or always wanted the help. And more so it came from just, as college went on, I started with sports medicine. I wanted to do sports medicine, but Dilla didn't have sports medicine, so the best thing they had was public health, and then I had the concentration in health sciences, which was more so like physical. I could apply for physical therapy school, but I didn't want to. But it was more so, once I got to the point I realized this is what I really love, this is my passion, I got to figure out how to, I guess, turn it into a job.
Yeah,
and then,
make some money. Yeah.
And then he kind of made it, once we started training a lot in college, he kind of was, after college, like, turned it full circle a little bit and got it to more of a, still really wasn't a business thing, it was more of like a side hustle, but at least that was the starting point.
For me, I always knew I was always gonna be an entrepreneur, just cause I was always a hustler. So I always knew I was gonna be an entrepreneur. Once I realized that's what an entrepreneur is, and shit, I didn't have no choice because I didn't know what I was gonna do really. So it was one of them opportunities where you know what you don't want to do, and you're like, okay, I like this. I'm gonna run with that, and then I really say those two, really those two, because that wasn't what I went to college for, but I really say those two.
So what are some of the biggest challenges that you encounter starting a new business and a fitness business at that? Because everybody don't just pick up on fitness so easy. It's like you have to really like drag them off the bed, get them to the gym. So what were some challenges?
Still challenges. It's a challenge every day.
Probably access and just it being something that people literally are initially opposed to.
It's not an essential really to life neither. It's not like we selling food or selling bad stuff or selling. It's not really essential. People could not work out their whole life and be alright, or not work out for 40 years of their life and be alright. So it ain't like we selling gas or selling coffee. Cause people gonna buy that.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, growth and like elevation always has some type of like backlash to it, or like wall in front of it. I don't understand like
The accountability
everybody
while like growing or evolving, it should be like a easy thing. Like it shouldn't be, it should be a progression. It should be a path. Like so, but somehow it's usually like something in front of it. So that was probably the biggest thing. And then New Orleans health and fitness not really the number one priority. It's kind of like a the number one priority. So that was something. But also more so just the normalness of doing something that most people not used to or don't want to do. Things that's outside their comfort zone. People want to be comfortable. Another problem was finding a place to train out of.
Yeah.
That was a big problem initially.
Y'all lived in New Orleans for several years, so y'all already know about all the good food, all the good drinks. Like the thing is eating and drinking in New Orleans. So what tips can you give to New Orleanians, who have a festival like almost every weekend, good food all the time, drinking all the time? So what tips would you give to people who live in New Orleans, and this is knowing that this is a part of the culture?
That's a great question.
That's a great
Oh,
question.
thank you.
Like you the greatest,
the
greatest in the city.
Develop a habit fast and early.
Okay.
Develop a habit fast and early because as we keep getting older, we get less and less active from elementary school up to elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and then career. Every step along the way is less and less active.
Well, he pretty much saying is
So
have an active
you need to
lifestyle
be outside
as your background.
to combat it because you gotta combating your love for the culture and combating the things that New Orleans is built upon need to be your number one priority.
Yes.
Especially if you want to stay cultural and you want to stay the things because that's your fellowship. Family come together,
Exactly.
eat and drink. But you just gotta, and then you also gotta think of it on a spectrum. It's 24 hours in a day. It's 7 days in a week. If you only eating and drinking, that's all you're gonna.
Exactly.
What I'll say is, go to every festival, enjoy every festival, have fun, smile, and then hop right back to your diet. Because if you're eating all that stuff all day, every day, you're just asking for what you're gonna receive.
Exactly.
But enjoy life. Food is life. Go have fun. Go enjoy the festival. You're in New Orleans. This is what it is to do. But nutrition and a healthier, that's the lifestyle that should be your foundation. Outside of having fun, it's like with anything. Of course, balance in anything.
So what do you guys do to keep your clients motivated and keep coming back?
Retention for me is more. I use the personal side more.
Okay.
That's for me at least because
For sure. Yeah.
depending on what type of training you're doing, at least for me, right now at Equinox, I got 60-minute sessions.
Okay.
So my biggest thing is personal training. The word before training is personal. So like the best personal trainer, don't matter what your body like, it don't matter what it is. If a person don't want to listen to you for 60 minutes, they're not gonna want to be with you.
Yeah.
So all my clients love me. So
I'll second.
all my clients.
Nah, they do. I
every
love you.
Every single
I love
one.
you
It's
too.
not one that. don't.
Nah, you're right.
He said, "I love you too."
But all my clients love me, so that helps me when it comes to retention because.
So you just saying you're the best.
I am the best.
That's kind of how I was going to my group. I ain't saying like I'm the
But
best.
no,
I'm the
so
best.
that's where I lean from. But I mean, it's a lot of ways you can go retention. You can go with price. You can go with access. You can go with location. But right now, more just personal.
Okay, Cameron.
All that and what he said, I'm a piggyback all what he said, and then I can't act like everybody gonna love me, but you ain't gonna find another trainer like me.
Yeah.
And then this is the second best trainer I know.
Interesting.
So I really like, but the main thing he said, I ain't gonna say too much piggyback. It's just you want to be somebody to spend their time around with.
Yeah.
It's just like a hairstylist. You ain't going to the hairstylist where you like, I don't feel her vibes.
Exactly.
And you ain't going to a coffee shop, be like, I don't feel their vibes.
You're right.
So you could be the best business in the world, but you still gotta have a personal relationship, personal contact. You in contact with a trainer often.
Yeah.
And
And
that's what I say.
customer service is big in y'all industry.
Customer service for sure. And you wearing 6 hats.
Yeah.
Right.
So
18.
it's
hats.
like
18.
18 hats.
Yes. If there was a younger person that was interested in following the path that you guys are on, what would you encourage them to, or how would you encourage them to go about it?
Fall in love with it first because it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be ups and downs. It's gonna be very, very, very tricky. So fall in love with it. But also, I'm gonna say a little bit of what we doing too, connecting the dots. We always say that. When you're an entrepreneur or you somebody who not really working your traditional 9 to 5,
you got to connect the dots early on. So meaning like, be a good person, find out how to get clients, understand business, understand,
Yes, sir.
but don't let your passion overshadow the business because you're gonna be broke. Find out how to turn it into a business, stay passionate, but don't think. And if I could go back, it's not a regret, but I would tell a younger person to find a way to get you your guaranteed money, and then let your fitness be your like your side hustle or and you can still put a lot of time into it, but you're gonna be able to grow your fitness way more if you got the capital, if you got money and you got infrastructure. So trying to just go fitness from the ground up is very tricky sometimes.
Because like you said, it's a new business.
That's what I
would say. To be honest.
Or start work for don't work for a gym
Take
for a
it
little bit, and then you can see different business models.
Yeah.
I'll say, if you're being honest, if don't do it unless you already had a passion for it. It's other things. Don't do it because the passion that you need for this is like if you was a nurse. Only people gonna be a nurse if they just already had a passion. Like if you was a teacher, the best teachers got the passion. Like you see a million teachers and then they like.
I'm gonna say no on the nurses. If you're getting paid, that's your money incentive.
Not
You're not getting paid enough in training.
Life and death. You should be serious. This should be a passion. You should do that shit whether you're getting paid or not. So that's what I'll say. I mean, you dealing with health. This is still dealing with health, but it's a lot you dealing with really. And you shouldn't deal with health, deal with livelihoods of people if you ain't passionate about it. That's why the passion first, and then you get the bag after, because that's just the way this type of business go. It ain't like selling clothes or like you should. If you're dealing with people's liveliness, health, or like teaching, you should be passionate first. So if you ain't passionate about it, don't do it. If you was passionate about it, then you can step into that lane. That's what I'll say to somebody.
Oh, that's great advice.
Also too, a cuss word is not a real thing.
What?
A cuss word is not real. It's the tone that you say, and it's the things that you say to people.
Okay.
It's not real.
Okay. Stop picturing
fear
guys.
isn't real neither. It's not real. You created fear. I could teach.
Taking a whole new topic.
I could teach.
Let them. I was just about to let y'all just run on a rampage.
See, I'm teaching you, learning though. I see you taking it in. You like learning. I ain't even cuss. I said shit. There's no other word for shit.
Okay.
What I'm gonna say? Poop.
All right, come on, y'all.
You see how you be trying to get me right, Danny?
I see.
In the break.
Who keeps doing check? Let's just
And
ask
you see
it.
on the break, like he like gave me a little pep. It wasn't the motivational
Courtney, come
pep talk
closer.
neither.
You tell me who keeps doing check?
It was like heal.
I'm sure
Come
you've
over
seen
here.
a little bit of it, but it's a lot going on up there sometimes. And it's a little irrational at times. Because he's a feelings guy. So those feelings get in the way sometimes. And it's a lot going on up there. Sometimes he just need me to reel it back in. That's all really.
If you ain't had no feeling, it'll be nothing in life.
He's a passion guy.
It'll be concrete everywhere. It'll be just shit standing tall everywhere. Feeling is what give everybody a sense of
Shit's
stuff.
like your favorite word now. I'm realizing.
Okay, maybe I exceeded my limit, but I don't know what else word to say.
Okay.
It just like it's the word for the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
They
my
teaching
God.
us wrong words and need to teach us the right words.
Okay.
Who's the older of you two?
Me.
You?
Yeah.
And I swear I thought it was the opposite.
I could understand
You
why.
give off older brother vibes.
Because I give up
Yeah.
older brother, bigger brother, a little more mature, a little more wiser.
I didn't say you
I
were
can
immature,
understand
but
I didn't take it that way.
yeah,
I
okay.
didn't take it that way.
But yeah.
But yeah, he's 6 minutes older.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's talk about twins. Like, is the twin telepathy thing really real?
Not with us.
I be knowing when something going on with you, bro.
Not with us.
See, that's the thing. It's it with me and you don't have it. You
Not
need to
with
grow your
us.
powers.
I don't know.
So
Maybe it
y'all,
was little, but
so it's not true. Like when he's hurting, you're
No.
hurting.
I'll be
When
fine.
he's crying, you just want to cry.
when he tripping, I ain't tripping. I'm good.
So you try to
Yeah.
balance him out. So if he tripping, you gonna be strong and be like, bruh.
Well, I just know we didn't live together our whole life, and as we got older, our personalities kind of spread apart a little bit. Because he a little more passion, a little more where your emotions on your sleeve, a little more, you know.
No.
I'm not gonna say I don't be like that sometimes, but I don't like being like that.
Why not?
He like Marty from Ozark.
The man,
Yeah.
the dad.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like Marty.
Why you say you like Marty?
I do like.
He got money.
I do like.
He gonna have money.
Calculated decisions. Yeah.
And you just, Cameron, you just feel like, I'm
But
going off how I feel.
Nah, it don't be like he like calculated decisions, but his calculations be off. So it's like gotta do some recalculating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know what be going on.
All right, y'all. Now I have a question.
Okay.
Y'all know everybody been getting BBLs. What are your thoughts on the BBL epidemic that has been going on just all across the world?
I love natural.
Why?
That's a good question. That's a even
That's
better
a great question. Yes. Tell me
Why
why,
you love
as
natural?
a man, you love natural.
I ain't gonna say I even prefer natural. I just don't like the BBLs. I don't mind to get breast implants
Why? Why you don't like the BBLs? Like, what don't you like about them?
because they don't look real. They look like Me Too. You seen Pokemon?
No.
If
Wait,
you watch
what? Which Pokemon?
Me Too.
Who was that?
That was the alien in the movie. If y'all go back like this long time, anybody
Who
who's
was
seen
Me
Pokemon,
Too?
it was a movie, and Me Too was like an alien, but they got the slim waist, but then like just wide hips, and it's not proportionate. It's no, it's like.
It ain't.
It's
I
not
like
real.
real. I like real. I like real. I don't like fake. But I ain't knocking nobody. But yeah, I ain't really tripping off
I
fake
don't
titties.
mind. I don't mind. I ain't going. If somebody got that, if somebody wanted to get their nose done, if somebody wanted to get their lips done,
You can get whatever you want done.
I ain't really.
But she was saying your
But
preference.
the BBL, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like the BBL. It's weird.
So, is there a workout that you guys can give that can kind of get you as close to looking like you had a BBL as possible? Or
Nah,
no?
that's the answer.
Lift a lot.
Period.
Lift heavy a lot. Eat a lot of protein. That's the only thing.
You can't look like no BBL. It's a fake body. It's altered. Nobody will have that much low body fat percentage to give off that look, other than a person who has got that from God, or other than
I disagree.
an athlete.
Everybody
probably.
BBL ain't just like super big.
You wouldn't create that appearance though with just a fat glute and a slim
Everybody's
ass
glute
waist.
ain't just fat. Everybody's butt ain't just.
I ain't
big
seen
with
somebody
some
get a BBL without plumping that thing. What's the point?
Everybody's not
What's
that
the point?
big. No,
What's the point
no,
of
I
that?
didn't
What's
see
the point
some
of that
regular
doing?
ones. They
Some
come in
regular
Equinox all the
They
time.
made
I didn't
that
see some.
little-
We didn't have some
little
regular.
5 bands.
We didn't have some regular ones.
They got
some that like
add some more later.
some that don't look like as big as the other ones, but that you know. Yeah, so I didn't see some regular ones.
What's your thoughts on BBLs?
My thoughts, well, to each his own. You know, I'm not judging anybody that gets there, but I don't like when they don't look natural and they look disproportionate. Like,
So design your BBL body.
my BBL body, I'm gonna leave the breast alone because
Okay.
I'm fine with my own, but my waist can come in a little bit more, and then I could just get a little bit more on the butt part. Like, you know, everything else is
How much
fine.
you willing to pay?
I don't know. I don't think I would get a
I see where
BBL
you
for
going with,
real.
brother. Keep going. How much
I know you want.
Wait, what you about to say?
You want to get one, but you could probably pay like 5% of the BBL costs, maybe 10 max, and then gain all that mental aspect that you was talking about at the beginning, and you don't need a BBL.
So you're saying cut the cost from surgery,
Cut the cost.
pay you a trainer,
Pay
a
a trainer.
nutritionist.
Yes.
You're gonna have
Pay a
good mental
nutritionist.
clarity, and you're not gonna have to be in pain and all that.
And you're not even gonna be worried about all that. You're gonna be
Exactly.
above that.
Exactly.
You're gonna be above feeling like you need all that.
So what are some tips? Okay, so if a person wanted to achieve like small waist, big butt, big legs, like what are some things that they should do? Just give me a few off the dome.
Nutrition is your foundation, and if I didn't have to talk for super long, you eventually are going to have a low body fat percentage to attain that look for the most part. And that's of course having muscle, and it's just going to be consistent strength training, and consistency is the keys. That's really the only tip. Just staying consistent until you achieve a lower body fat percentage, removing the fat, gaining lean muscle, and lean muscle is always going to give off that better look.
Make the hard thing simple. Have a clean diet, which is, you know, can be
Easier said than done.
said than done, and kind of a intricate topic. But having a clean diet, like I said earlier, squat normally, squat regularly, squat heavy regularly. Obviously, like
progression with it. But squat normally, squat heavily, have a lot of protein in your diet, and be patient. That's really all it is.
If you're trying to take this new healthy approach, what are some things that you should be consuming every day? You should have in your fridge. Or...
Protein is your favorite macromolecule.
Okay.
That need to be like your #1 priority. But then also don't forget all of the macronutrients work better together. So like when you correlate all three of them, this is gonna work better. The body work better with all three.
Not one without the other.
Healthy fat, healthy carb, and then
The healthy protein.
So
Okay.
and then trying to get all of them, like I said, minimally processed as possible. If anybody say no processed foods, then they don't know what they're talking about, because
Yeah.
everything is a little bit processed.
For sure. Everything is a little bit
So you just
processed,
want minimum.
unfortunately. That's like when you're trying to find the best option. In America, it ain't really, unless you was farming or something. But it's just like the plate when you was a kid, the little healthy plate where it got like, the little colorful plate as a kid. That's technically how you want every plate. Because the colorful plate is going to resemble your healthy fat, your healthy carb, and your healthy protein. If you could do that at each meal, messing up every now and then, but if every plate could look like that's ideally how your plate kind of should look.
Okay. So what is the biggest myth about working out?
The myth
ain't easy.
is the body selection.
What do you mean?
So meaning like people usually start fitness. So it's both sides to it. They either drawn away from fitness because they see somebody what they look like and they don't think they can look like that, or they drawn to fitness because they see what this person look like and they want to look like this. But it really just it ain't gonna be like that. It's gonna be it's gonna be something completely different than you probably even think in your head really. So that's probably the #1 myth.
Like, you ain't going to get Meg Thee Stallion body.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
get Meg Thee Stallion body. You're not. But you can get the best body you can get. That's probably where people and the biggest myth is that everybody else's just loads past them. Unless unless it's only a couple activities or a couple things that put you at a higher level than somebody else. They just been doing it longer. So like maybe if you was even athletes really they're not above nobody as a
Nothing
regular
special about
person.
it.
They're nothing
Everybody can
special.
do it.
Everybody could do it. They might be a little more coordinated but unless you're the top athlete around, you're not no better than nobody else. You just started before them.
Exactly.
So like your average Joe, your average person working a 9 to 5, if they add this to their lifestyle and put some consistency into it, they can do whatever they want to do.
I hope all of my viewers, are inspired and motivated by the lessons and just the good information that you guys have shared. So thank you guys so much for coming to Good News New Orleans, and tell the people where we can follow you and see you, or if they want to hit you up for any personal training.
My Instagram @TunnelVisionBoss.
My Instagram is @When Dreams Come True, but TRU. When Dreams Come True.
Okay, all right, thank you guys. Bye.